this video, I'm gonna break down how to start an online business in 3 simple steps, even if you have no time, 0 tech skills, and you have no idea where to start. I'm Angie, former social worker turned entrepreneur business coach, and I help women like you turn your life experiences, your skills, your passions into a profitable online business with a no BS, no fluff approach so that you can actually build this business in small increments of time. I want to start off by sharing the first thing I created was messy. Googling my way into creating an online course in between diaper changes for 2 under 2. It was chaos, but I failed fast, and my experiences of that are what is going to help you streamline your success that much faster. We're just going to break this down into 3 steps. Step 1 is, what are you going to teach? What is your business going to be about? This is honestly the biggest block for women, and I hear it all the time. I don't know what to teach. But the truth is, you do. It's just hiding in one of 3 places. When I first started, I thought I wanted to be a life coach. I came out of social work. I was completely burnt out. I actually left my job on stress leave and then transitioned into maternity leave. And I was desperate to find a way to make money online. So I spent hours building out this website to do life coaching. Then I reached a point where I couldn't Google my way any further, and I had to invest in education. The education taught me that I knew absolutely nothing, that I shouldn't be a life coach, and that I should actually just learn how to sell first and sell their product. So I tried it because it was very easy for me to not believe in myself, especially when you have somebody who's made millions of dollars telling you that you shouldn't. To be honest, I thought it would be easier to just sell their product. And in the end, it wasn't. And I didn't make a single sale because I wasn't aligned with the product that they were offering. And I knew nothing about what they were selling. I didn't have any experiences in it. When you don't know what you're talking about, it's really hard to show up confidently and speak with authority. That's why it's so important to tap into your experiences, the skills that you have, and the passions that you're interested in. When I finally created something that I had lived, that I had been through before, that's when I started earning real income in this space. Selling something that you, one, know something about and also love is so much easier. It never feels like selling. You get to show up every day to help others instead. So what will you teach? Pick one of these as your starting point. The first example is a career skill. Maybe you're a former admin assistant. You can create email templates or onboarding systems, best practices that you can sell to companies or small business owners. You're a hairstylist. Teach salon pricing, social media marketing, client experiences. If you have a hard time coming up with what career skill you can use, what are 3 things people come to you for in a work environment? When I left child protection, I was sitting on years of experience in systems, goal setting, psychology, and I realized that I could actually teach this in a way that was a lot more meaningful. I was helping parents through mandated court orders to make goals and reach those goals, when actually I could be using my passions and experience and career skills to help people that actually want to make changes. The second one is life experiences. One of my first students followed my advice to a T. She went viral after 2 weeks and was earning income just after 3 weeks. Her niche was an experience, a painful experience that she went through time and time again. And every time she went through this, she realized what a lack of support there was. She had experienced not only miscarriage after miscarriage, but also a stillbirth loss. Navigating that grief within the medical system was so challenging in so many ways. What I find really interesting about this story is when I met her, it was 1 month after I had a late-term miscarriage, and our worlds collided so meaningfully. It is so difficult to navigate loss. Her pain became a purpose. She has helped so many women ease some of that grief, some of that hurt with the systems and the journaling activities that she's put in place to support them. Because it was a lived experience, something that she felt so deeply, nothing about selling her product was ever forced, because she knew that what she had to offer was going to help people. If you have gone through something that absolutely broke you and you've come out on the other side, you are qualified. There are women waiting for someone just like you to support them. It doesn't have to be a painful experience, but the experience should be something that transformed you, where you started here and you transform your life here. And what you're doing is shrinking the gap for your customers so they don't have to run into the same barriers that you probably had to run into. When thinking about a good life experience that you could transition into an online business, I want you to ask yourself, what did you survive that people have asked you about? What is something that you have gone through that has changed your life forever? What is something that you are currently going through that you might be one step ahead of somebody else? Not only can they follow your journey, but you can support them with theirs. Maybe you've gone through a divorce. You could support people with navigating divorce, create an emotional resilience journaling guide. You used to be a big people pleaser and how you overcame people pleasing. Create a 21-day boundary challenge. You manage postpartum depression. Teach mental health survival habits, ones that can be implemented in your day-to-day. Your breakdown can become the blueprint for somebody else. Let's move on to passion. What is something you're passionate about that you could share with the world? That can be an online business. Homesteading. You can do a course on seasonal food prep. Photography. A how to start photography. All the tools you need. Dance. How to improve your dance skills. Stretching for flexibility. Creating meaningful choreography. If somebody gave you a microphone and said, talk to me about anything for 30 minutes, what would you talk to them about? That is how you're going to find your passion, which can then be transitioned into an online business. For me, community building was always my passion. Back in the day, I actually started a nonprofit snowboard team called Sister Shred Team. And I wanted to help women come together and snowboard, especially those that couldn't afford it. And I did lots of fundraising, and I got a group of women together every single week, and we had a blast. So community building has always made sense for me. It aligns. It's something that I'm extremely passionate about. I want to quickly summarize part 1. What will you teach? It's going to either be something from your career skills, your life experiences, or your passions. Let's move on to part 2, coming up with your solution statement or your mission statement. Before we get into this, just let me tell you, I have changed my mission statement so many times. I currently have 5 mission statements ongoing. I have them written on my whiteboard so that I see it, so that my messaging with my content is aligned, but it is okay. This is not forever. You are not writing this into concrete. If you write this out today, it might change next week, it might change next month. It doesn't mean that you're not clear and not committed. It just means that you're evolving, and that's what a real business looks like. So don't get too hung up on this. Just follow through on the activity to get some clarity. And I'm going to walk you through in ChatGPT how to get AI to help us with this as well. The purpose of this activity is to get clear on who you want to help and how. You're giving your ideas some structure so that it's easier to follow through on messaging. I help who with blank. The who in this statement is the version of your past self or someone like that. I'm not going to go out and help dog breeders breed dogs because I have no experience in that. But I am gonna go out and help people who wanna start an online business because I have experience in that, wanna crush their goals because I have career skills in that, wanna learn how to snowboard because I have passion in that. There's so many different areas of my life I could draw on to help them, but you have to have experience in them. It's usually talking to your past self. The what, it's not what you're teaching. It's not the content inside of your education. It is what transformation are you going to offer them? What pain are you taking them out of, and what desire are you bringing them closer to? Here's some examples. I help busy moms turn their life story into digital product. I help women heal their relationship with food through journaling and mindset work. I help new business owners get their first sale using AI technology. If you want to test your idea to make sure it's clear, say your solution statement to your friend, and if you get, ooh, wow, then you know that you've nailed it. Let's dive into how you can use ChatGPT to help you come up with your solution statement even faster. Not only will it help you come up with a clear, concise solution statement, I'm gonna show you how to help it identify your who and your what. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna go down below and you're gonna click on the link for my digital product blueprint. Just type in your name and email, and it's gonna get sent right to your email, and it's gonna bring you to this page, and it's just a short little video. And after this, you are gonna come up with 5 to 10 digital product ideas. It's gonna give you a prompt where you can trade in your life experiences, your career, all of those things that you've lived through. It's going to give you 5 to 10 digital product ideas in seconds. Once you have that, you're gonna go into ChatGPT, openai.com, and you're gonna type in, based on my 5 to 10 ideas, please come up with a solution statement for my business. Also break down different variations. okay? And as you can see, I've already pasted in all of the ideas that ChatGPT just came up with me for. So this is a fictitious character that I have come up with who is in love with gardening. Now, we're gonna just hit enter into ChatGPT and it is going to come up with, I help women reconnect with nature and harness the healing power of gardening. Then it's going to give us the variations of the who and what. So who do we want to help? Women who are new to gardening, maybe we want to help busy moms. And this is based on the information that we fed it about who we are, what we've been through, our transformation. What's really cool about using AI to help you with this process is you get to type in everything and it organizes it for you. And it starts to draw out pieces of your life that you might not see as standing out or being important. And it's going to line it up so that when you're reading through this, you're like, ooh, that fits more for me. I'm going to help women seeking emotional healing by getting into the garden. Like, that's where I want to put my focus. You can play with this. After it's come up with, you can say shorten the solution statement and come up with 5 more. So I help women use gardening as a tool for emotional healing and personal growth. I help beginners create beautiful, sustainable gardens. And then you can go up and you can pick which one resonates with you the most. So let's say this is the one that resonates. And let's say what we really want to help them with is starting a garden from scratch. Okay, so it's given us a couple different options. Create 5 from the, okay, and then ChatGPT is literally going to do the work for you. I help women seeking emotional healing, create thriving gardens that reconnect them with nature and reduce stress. I help women start gardens from scratch, using nature to heal and foster personal growth. And you can keep going back and forth with ChatGPT until you find one that really fits with you, who you are. And again, like I said before, this is growing with you as you're growing your business, so it's something that you can always change. Now that you come up with your solution statement or the mission that you have for your online business, how are you going to teach it? That's what part 3 is. We're gonna get very tactical and I'm just gonna give you 3 simple ways to deliver your knowledge. Now I want you to know, you don't need to be overwhelmed by this. I created my first PDF and my Loom videos just during nap times and it worked. And I was making consistent sales within months of launching. I started earning money almost immediately. I would say on average from the time that you've created your product and launched it through marketing, which we're gonna cover in the next video. So make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, you are not gonna wanna miss that. I am gonna walk you through step by step how to set up your social media account so you can actually let people know about your product for free. Your goal with your solution statement in mind should be to solve one problem for someone. We are not out there trying to solve all of their problems, their relationship problems, their work problems, their money problems. That's too much and your messaging is gonna get lost. Your product needs to focus on solving one problem, providing one solution. Start with a mini course that's 3 to 5 lessons max. You can use slides, screen shares, you can record with free applications like Loom. Your course isn't how to feel better. Your course would be specific in the sense that's how to manage anxiety while parenting your children. See how just that small shift, then the person, your past self that you're speaking to, identifies that you're speaking directly to them and it's going to be like, ooh, this product is for me. Here's my money. The other way to teach your course is through coaching. Now, keep in mind that coaching is not scalable, but it's a really good place to start, get testimonials, and to prove that your method of coaching works. I started with coaching women one-to-one. When I launched my course, I knew and fully understood what women needed because I used coaching as my starting point. The great thing about coaching is it allows you to validate your ideas with getting direct feedback from your clients before creating a full-blown course. That brings me to the third way to teach. After I created my course and did the one-to-one mentorship, actually other way around. I did one-to-one mentorship and then I created my course. Eventually I built my community where women get to grow together and all of my education is inside of the community. So it created less upfront work for me and my business became more scalable, but the resources were there and available to the women I was helping 24/7. It benefited them to have everything right in front of them, accessible via phone, computer, on the go, however they needed it. It benefited me to not have to show up every hour, every day to help people with one-to-one work. Community is great, and I'm gonna do a whole nother YouTube series on how to start a community, how to pick the right platform, because I have been through 4 different community platforms so far, and I can tell you they are all very different and have their pros and cons, but I'm gonna save that for another video. When thinking about how you're gonna deliver your knowledge, I want you to ask yourself, which one fits your energy best, as well as your time limits. If you are already very limited on time like I was, then definitely starting with education like a course via video or PDF is probably the best place to start. I would love to hear which one fits your energy best. Comment below and I'll send you some tips. If you're waiting to feel ready, please hear me. You're already there. Every business starts messy. Every successful woman started unsure. The difference between you and them is that they decided to start. I really want you to know that your first offer does not have to be fancy. It has to be real. It has to be aligned with who you are and launched. You actually have to follow through with it. That's it. Easy recap on the 3 steps to starting your online business. You're going to pick your focus on what you will teach, and that is going to be based on either your career skills, your passions, or your life experiences. Then you're going to come up with a solid solution statement. This is going to be the heart, the foundation of your business, and it's going to drive all of the messaging and the education that you're going to create. Third, you're going to choose your delivery method. One-to-one coaching, courses, community. You get to decide what energy and what time limits you have for which delivery method you choose. If you need some support, dive into my 10-minute training where you can trade in your skills, your life experiences, your passions for 5 to 10 digital product ideas. That is really going to help you narrow this down. I want you to remember I had 0 experience, and I'm talking 0 experience in this. I didn't even know how to make a reel on social media. I had no audience, no niche, no clue what I was doing, but I had a decision to stop waiting. This business changed my freaking life. It has allowed me to stay home for almost 2 full years now, and I will never have to go back to the 9-to-5 cycle again. It's not because I had it figured out, it's because I started. What if today was your starting point? Where would your life be in 6 months? How much revenue would you have generated if you started today, 1 year from now? After you've completed all of these lessons, I can't wait to see you in the next video where we get to start your social media account from scratch the right way so that your messaging gets delivered and those sales can start coming in. As always, I have an unwavering belief in your potential, and I wish you nothing but success.